Good morning, Scotland. I'm here in Fraserburgh, home of the Scottish Lighthouse Museum. This is a quaint seaport village, and today is the perfect rainy day to visit the first lighthouse on the Scottish North Coast, which is now a museum. But before it opens, let's check out the beautiful beach and find some coffee. Later today, I'm headed to Aberdeen, along the eastern coast of Scotland, and what a beautiful castle ruin did I find. The Museum of Scottish Lighthouses was opened in 1995 with the task of preserving the lighthouse heritage of Scotland. The museum is operated by the Northern Lighthouse Board. And this museum has the largest collection of lighthouse lenses on display anywhere in Europe. Turning a castle into a lighthouse. On this rainy Scottish day, our tour of the Kinnaird Lighthouse, lit in 1787, begins. Originally a 16th century castle built by the Frasers of Philort, the tower was converted into the lighthouse. And it does not look like the standard circular form we're accustomed to. The shop and paraffin storeroom was originally the dining room of this castle. There were 12 tanks in total and resupplied annually. The lighthouse keepers described Kinnaird Head to a 5-star hotel compared to the other lighthouse quarters, due to its location near Fraserburgh. The Kinnaird Head Light can be seen up to 25 miles out to sea, and this is the last working clockwork mechanism which is driven by a system of weights in a historic Scottish lighthouse. See the chain hanging in the spiral staircase that is used to wind the clock. This entire light mechanism weighs about 4.5 tons.
So the main thing that seems to affect the spin of the lens is sort of the thickness of the coil of the machinery. And winter it gets a bit thicker, so we put more weight onto the main weight to make it fall faster, spin correctly. Come summer, the oil's a bit looser, so it takes some more.
Nice tour of the first Scottish lighthouse on the North Coast. Robert Stevenson, lighthouse engineer, would be proud to see his lighthouse museum today. The drive to Aberdeen is about 70 kilometers or 50 miles, and there are a few lighthouses to check out on my way. But wait, what is this? An old church in Ratteray? That deserves a look. The car park for the Ratteray Lighthouse. The old castle is over there. Cattle everywhere. Oh, and we are driving right there. Simple walk to the beach. On the north coast here. Actually, this is the northeast coast of Scotland. And today is our lighthouse day. A short drive down the coast to Peterhead, and a beautiful lighthouse. Back on the coastal road to Aberdeen, and I spot a castle ruin. Gotta stop to check it out. It's Slains Castle, a 16th century fortress atop a cliff overlooking Cruden Bay. The car park is on A975, and it's about a 10-minute walk to the coast. I absolutely must explore and have some fun here. Confusingly, there are two slain castles on this stretch of the coast. The original castle, about 6 miles away, was built in the 1200s, and in 1594, a battle with King James VI resulted in the castle being destroyed. In 1597, a new castle was built on this site, with a spectacular view. Through the centuries, the castle was expanded and altered. And in 1916, the castle was sold, and the new owner allowed the castle to fall into disrepair. The castle ruins are beautiful, but take care exploring along the cliff. The front of the castle literally lies along the edge of the cliffs, while its gardens were at the rear of the castle. Internally, walking through the castle, one can see the collection of different brick materials that were used in the build of the castle. In the heart of the castle is a courtyard, and it takes some time to work out where the outside walls begin. Join me as I explore this wonderful castle ruin. Exploring on my own, with only the sound of crashing waves on the rocks below, and the cry of the gulls, the castle really begins to play on my imagination. Through a little research, it appears that Bram Stoker, who stayed at the castle, used it as inspiration for his story of Dracula. Well, this was a fun few hours. Now, on to Aberdeen. Arriving in Aberdeen and exploring the city, I find Slane's Bar in the Dracula style. A quick walk around from the hotel. Looking for dinner, I'm able to take in this beautiful city. Tomorrow is my day for castles, where I have received permission from the National Trust of Scotland for aerial video with my drone. That will be exciting. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the lighthouses and the fascinating castle ruin. Tomorrow is Castle Day.